All right, great. Well, if you are just joining us here, this is OkunoKA Madness, and this is a new game that just came out, I believe, late last year in 2020 by Ignition Games and Caracol Publishing, or Ignition Publishing and Caracol Games. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's a challenge platform game, not unlike Super Meat Boy or similar games where the object of the game is to get from point A to point B in the most convoluted, dangerous way possible, and hopefully not succumb to any of that danger. My name, again, is Cross Product, and we have Half Beastie, Hipkey, and Owly on the restream, and I'm going to go ahead and switch to the race layout. That would be great. There we go. All right, and it looks like we're underway. And give me just a second. We're gonna sync up the streams here once Half Beastie starts. Yeah, so you can see the runners. There we go. Oh, all right. I think shout out to Mind of Me for helping me set up today. She has been a great help as always. So to all of the speed gaming staff. All right, so this game has some challenging platforming, but also a little bit of a toggle mechanic where, see, the runners just picked up this, or they will pick up soon, a little blue gem, which, there you go, will allow them to toggle these blue platforms on and off. So they'll have to manipulate those blue platforms as well as red and yellow platforms in future stages in order to make platforms block lasers, get in their way, get out of their way, whatever they got to do. And we have Hipkey here joining us, is the previous world record holder. And I actually want to go ahead and check out speedrun.com and see what our current world record is, because this is a new speed game. The world record, it keeps going down and down and down, and looks like yeah, Half Beastie got it down to a 17:29 a couple weeks ago. We also have some cash prizes to give away during this competition. So we have $75 to give out total for each Sunday weekly race, and also $100 total for monthly cash prizes. Half Beastie and I believe Hipkey actually came in at the last second in the month of March, each to take $50 for the top two fastest times in the month of March. April is almost over, but there are two $50 bounties still up for grabs, since Half Beastie and Hipkey will be ineligible, having already won a monthly prize. They can continue to compete for weekly prizes as Half Beastie approaches Pink Pepper, the first of the four bosses. Just 1 second. Switch the layout here. And so the object of this boss is to lure Pink Pepper into the thorns alongside the walls there using the platform toggles. There's a slight possible time save in this stage if you kind of have to stand between the blue platform and the thorns and those couple pixels, and it basically prevents like one lap of Pink Pepper. Yeah, not sure if any of the runners are going to go for those in a weekly race here, but you might see some skips, especially in World 4. There's some pretty neat skips where they hop up the left side. So Half Beastie is the first one to enter World 2, the Desert World, and they did actually just grab the red toggle platform thingy. So now they have to switch back between red and blue. I did that backwards. Oh man, this is fun. Trying to sync up the streams here for you guys. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, and he's like. Okay, there we go. We're all set up here and got the 3-player layout. All right, thank you very much, Mind of Me. All right, great. So there are 4 worlds in this game. We're getting close to the end of World 2 here for Half Beastie. Commanding lead already, and oop, takes a death there. Com curse, I guess. I don't know. So a lot of the time save in this speedrun is just going to simply be cleaner execution and not taking deaths here. There's the dev intended shortcut, I believe, to drop down in the bottom of that stage, and then Half Beastie with the double steam boost game level. Yeah, it's fun to see all the individual level improvements and more consistency. And Hipkey gets it first try as well, and Allie's about to get it first try. All right, awesome. And don't forget, kids at home, I'm gonna put a chat command in here. Okay. You also can sign up to compete for cash prizes on a weekly basis for these Sunday races. We have, I guess this is the last one in April. We still have a full month of May of weekly races to go, as well as monthly bounties. And there is still room for improvement on the run. Like I said, it's a new speed game. So even if you don't care about cash prizes, if you, for some reason, if instead you want to just get a free game and try out your hand at speedrunning the game, we do have some free game keys to give away. We'll get the link to the sign-up sheet in just a second. Half Beastie is actually on the boss of World 2, but skipped the cutscene and prevented the boss from spawning. This does save a little bit of time during the cutscene, but also makes the run a little bit safer, as it's very easy to fall down. Half Beastie didn't, so I guess it's not as easy to fall down as I thought it was, because Half Beastie can't do it, and he's like the world record holder. If it's that easy, he would have fallen, but I'm just kidding. But over on the yellow thingy. But anyways, yeah, so makes the boss stage safer, and it looks like Allie got to the Full Metal Jack boss stage just a couple seconds ahead of Hipkey here, and Hipkey fortunately also skipping the boss spawn prevents a death there, so that's convenient. And Half Beastie is on the World 3, the home planet. This is my favorite world. Watch out for these little thorns. All right, whew. So if you're interested, I'm going to get a link to that sign-up sheet. But also, we encourage you to join Speed Gaming's Discord, and that way you can pick the runner's brains and get some ideas on strats and talk about your day and talk about your run. You know, it's a burgeoning speedrun community, and we're always looking for new players to play this awesome game. Make sure also that you follow the runners. Bot's asleep. Okay. We'll get the runners in for an interview after the second race. This is actually just the first race of 2 that we're going to be doing today. And oops. Let's go ahead and hop on the Alley's volume here. Seem to be having a little bit of technical difficulties. Internet's on spring break. It's fine. Is it spring yet? It's April. It's got to be close. Yeah, all right. I don't know. It's been a while since I've even been in school. Maybe I should go back if I don't know when spring starts. All right, and Allie does seem to be maintaining that a few seconds ahead of Hipkey, while Half Beastie runs away with first place here. Me Spalk English. Spalk isn't a word. All right. He's just a couple stages left in World 3 for Half Beastie, and they'll be on to the Buster Bros. And there we go. Actually, this is it. Half Beastie onto the World 3 boss, Buster Bros. And Hipkey is 2? Huh. Alley's on one of my favorite stages, the one with the squares. The individual stages aren't named. They are numbered. The worlds are named. I don't know. Hipkey was... Oh, he's just on a different stage with lasers on the wall. Okay. All right, so Owly, there's a couple more stages to go before the World 3 boss. Or actually, I think this is the last one. Oh, that's rough. Any death is a time loss, and the farther along you are in a stage, of course, the farther back you have to go. Okay, and play it a little bit safe here. Watch out for those ceiling spikes here. And here you go. Half Beastie finished the World 3 boss. Bash Bros. Buster Bros. I have been watching the Mighty Ducks, actually. Yeah, there's a new one. Anyway, so the runners have cleverly devised this little safety strat. You see Owly hiding in the corner, and very deftly dodging these buzzsaw punching gloves, and yeah, they're gonna have to redirect some of these lasers into the cockpits and destroy all three of the Buster Bros. That's one down. It looked like Hipkey did load into the boss just ahead of Owly, but it's gonna be a really tight race between the two of them. Half BC here taking one of the World 4 shortcuts. I think that was 4-2. And lots of dangers in World 4. Not only do you have all these heat-seeking missiles and tracking lasers and all the stuff that the game's thrown at you up to this point, but it also adds in an element of heat to the floors. So anytime you are standing on the ground or clinging to a wall for too long, you'll actually overheat and take a death. And so obviously in a speed run, you always want to be moving anyway, but you might see a little bit of extra hops and skips and jumps in World 4 to avoid that heated floor damage. Alrighty, and looks like did uh-oh. I think Owly might have had a little mishap with the Buster Bros here. Half Beastie, meanwhile, on having a very good run here. Probably will finish up in the 17-18 minute range. I haven't seen very many, if any, costly mistakes for Half Beastie. I wonder if any of the runners has happened to put together a deathless run yet. I would guess not, but I'm sure that's on all the top tier runners' mind. Like, can we actually get through this whole game without a single death? That would be quite a run. Alright, so half beastie, just like that, is on to the final boss, and a heck of a run here. The final boss itself takes about takes minute and a half to 2 minutes, so I wonder if this is actually a world record pace. We're gonna have to wait and see. So there are going to be basically 3 phases to this boss fight. Each time half BC will have to reflect a different colored energy ball by luring the energy ball toward one of the colored platforms. First, starting off with the red one here. And then we'll have a yellow and a blue. Again, all the walls and floors are hot, so half BC cannot stay in one space for too long. There are some... There's no safe spot, as far as we know, in this boss stage. There are safer spots. It's the spot underneath the blue platform here. Most of the runners employ to block the heat-seeking missiles, but of course you have the danger of the spiky Roombas running back and forth, and the fact that you can't stand still for too long anyway. And that's hit number 2. This is a possible world record from Half Beastie during a weekly race. Wouldn't be the first time Half Beastie actually came up with a WR here during the cash competition. It's going to be pretty close, so it's going to be another energy ball that reflects off of the blue platform, and then time will be when the screen turns completely white after Oz, the final boss, takes the final hit here. And yeah, this, at least according to speedrun.com, it looks like this is going to be a world record by 5 to 10 seconds. 17:21. Wow, fantastic from Half Beastie. Wow, okay. We're gonna go ahead and let the other runners finish up here and go for the second place prize of $12.50 US. And we are gonna have a second race. So if you're just hopping in here for OkunoKA Madness, well, fret not. There is another race coming right up. I apologize again for technical difficulties. Hipkey is on to the final boss right now. And looks like they stopped their timer at 13 minutes. So, wow, they beat Hipkey by 4 minutes. Oops. I mean, Hipkey, never mind. That was just a dumb joke anyway. Yeah, for some reason Hipkey stopped their timer, but, oops. Yeah, Hipkey double split by mistake. Well, if they have a clean final boss fight here, then they are about 1 shot against Oz ahead of Ali, who just entered the final boss stage. Alright, looks like Hipkey also likes the blue platform strat. Ali favors the yellow platform to block the super missiles, or homing missiles. The away team missiles. Ooh, Allie takes an unfortunate death, and most deaths against Oz are going to result in a double death since the homing missiles stay on screen between the reset. So Allie actually just instantly taking a hit against the Roombas. And Hipke does finish up in second place at about 20 minutes and some change. So congratulations to Hipke for second place. They will receive $12.50 for this race and have a chance to compete for another cash prize in race number 2. Half Beastie has reached the prize limit, but we will ask them very politely to join us in for race number 2, just for fun and just in case they get another world record. Okay, Owly is likely finishing up here. There we go. Hit number 2. I think just went off. If you look real close at Oz's belt, you can see which gems are broken, I think. Oh. That's unfortunate. Okay. Back to hit number 1 for Oz. 1 down, 2 to go. Let's have it. Everyone send Owly your energy. But just to let you folks know at home, Hipkey and Half-Beastie did make it look quite easy, but this is a tough final boss fight. I personally have not actually finished it. This is about the point in the game where I spent 2 hours and gave up. So I definitely applaud anyone who's actually finished this game. There we go. There's the final hit for Allie. Once the screen turns white, we will get their final time. And he's going to go in with a 25-16. So congratulations to all of our runners for finishing. Half-BC in first place, Hipkey getting second, and we'll go ahead and be right back. We're going to take a quick break, let the runners have a breather while we set up for race number 2. I'll be right back. All right, speed gaming fans, welcome back to OkunoKA Madness Weekly Races. We are just about to start race 2 here. And I need to... Unfortunately, one of our racers had to sit out for race number 2. Got a little bit of cat aggro. But Half Beastie did finish in first place, and they will receive $25 American. And actually did so with a world record run, shaving about 8 or 9 seconds off of their previous time posted on speedrun.com. Need to get this layout fixed for you guys. So if you're just joining us here, OkunoKA Madness is a new platform game with a cute little blue doggo named Ka, hence the name OkunoKA. And they have to go around and eat these little black hole things and poop out golden nuggets. Unfortunately, since this is a speedrun, we aren't going to see the gold nugget poops because they are going to skip all the cutscenes to try to beat the game as quickly as possible. And Hipkey is also here. They just have it's like a bit of a stream delay here. Can I refresh their stream? Let's see if that helps. Okay. Hang on just a second here. Gonna have to sync up these timers just a bit here. So, apologize. Give me 1 minute. Yep, just gonna have to let the stream catch up a little bit here. So, yeah, so OkunoKA Madness, it is a challenge platform game, similar to Meat Boy, Celeste, that type of thing, where the idea is to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible without endangering yourself with all the myriad obstacles like spiky skull thingies with lasers on the walls and that you see here. There's also a nifty little platform toggle mechanic. You're going to see Hipkey in just a stage or two pick up a little blue gem, which will allow them to toggle these blue platforms off and on. And Ali's stream will unpause in just a second here. Apologize. Just trying to sync things up here and make the race as exciting as possible for you viewers at home. Okay, so by pressing the shoulder buttons, Hipkey and Ali will be able to toggle platforms, these blue platforms, on and off. There we go. I'll give it about 4 or 5 more seconds. Just gonna sync this up even better. Oh, now we're okay. Looks like Hipkey's stream refreshed and caught up a little bit. Wow. You guys are having some fun at my expense. I love it. All right, so Ali is on the World 2, the desert stage here. They just picked up the red platform mechanic. Hipkey is on the first world boss, Pink Pepper, where they'll have to lure the tank bird thingy into the thorns along the walls and take out the blue platforms just in time. All right. Don't forget, guys, we are giving out cash prizes for both today's race as well as a monthly competition. The leaderboard still has some spots to give away some $50 monthly prizes. If doing weekly races and running live in front of an audience is not your thing, you can pre-record races on your Twitch channel or your chosen platform and submit those as well. Make sure that you join our Discord server for all the details and rules regarding those competitions. But you also, if you don't own the game, we do still have some free Steam giveaway keys to hand out to people that are interested in joining the up-and-coming speedrunning community for OkunoKA Madness. So not only do you get a free game, a chance to win a cash prize, but you also get to join a new community of speed games. If you ever watch, I always, loved watching speedruns of games like Super Metroid, Link to the Past, Super Mario Brothers, and you're like, man, like how do they come up with all these strategies? How do they determine which routes to take in all these games? Well, a lot of that is still being figured out for OkunoKA Madness. So if you want to join in on a new speed game and be one of the guys and gals that actually develop, how do we finish game in fastest possible time, then we still need some help. There's still plenty of time to be saved, plenty of shortcuts to find. The route is, each individual path through all the levels is not completely set in stone. Most of the time save at this point, it's the game's young enough. A lot of the time save is just going to come in not dying, but there are also several, like a lot of movement optimizations that we just haven't quite worked out yet, and we could definitely use your help. So make sure you click on that sign up link, which I will post presently in the chat. There's a delay between when I talk and when you guys hear it, so that's why it's taking me so long to type it in there. Trust me. Alright. Bot's asleep. Took the day off. It's fine. Okay, so there's a layout. One second, I'm just gonna get the correct two-player layout for y'all. And Allie is on the World 2 boss, as is Hipkey, but they both despawn the boss. Allie taking a little bit of a hiccup there. Hipkey's going to be ahead by a couple of seconds. All right, just getting everything rearranged here, and Hipkey is doing one of my favorite mechanics, the little bubble fish there. You got little rubber band tongues. There we go. All right, excellent. Everything's fine. I believe Hipkey's got a couple of stage lead over Owly here. I think Owly just did the first bubble fish. Hipkey's onto the squares. I like this thing in the background, the big crab thing. A lot of imaginative graphics in this game. Really love the color scheme in World 3 as well. And just all the crazy alien stuff, and the big hermit crab with like an actual house on its back is pretty cool. All right. So Allie's on the stage that teaches you about the tracking lasers. That's a fun mechanic, and then you get into a level with 3. And Hipkey is on the World 3 boss, Buster Bros. He'll have to dodge a bunch of things by standing in the corner, and then manipulate the platforms to redirect lasers into the cockpits here and take out the Buster Bros. 3 cockpits, 3 brothers, 1 laser each. 1 down, 2 to go. Let's go, Hipkey. Finishing up World 3. Owly is about 3 stages behind here. But finishes him up quite quickly. Maybe it was only 2 stages, I don't know. So Owly is 2 hits against his boss behind. Alright, that is the World 3 boss complete for Hipkey, and he'll move on to the lava stage. Very well done. So there is no extra platform thingy to pick up for World 3. They're just going to use the red, blue, and yellow. But they're going to have to do it to block a lot more lasers and a lot more missiles than they have had to up to this point. Oh, Hipkey took a little bit of a spill there. Stage isn't too long, so not much of a time loss there, but having a pretty solid run overall here. And Owly's only a stage or 2 behind still. Okay. All right, so Hipkey. Oh, I love it when they get hit by the missile during the poop cutscene, and it's just like, oh, they got hit. Like, oh no, I'm invincible while I'm pooping. Ooh, Hipke's going for this 4. Oh, I thought they were going for a little bit of a skip here. Oh! Got crushed between the red platform and the missiles there at the last second. Could be Ali's chance to gain a little bit of a time here. Ooh, Hipke having a little bit of a difficulty in World 4 here. It is the reason it is the last world of the normal mode. And looks like Ali's doing a little bit of a safer strat here. And nails that stage first try, so very nice. The strategy pays off. Oh, a little short on the... Come on, dodge those little missiles. Get up there. Oh, Ali clutched it out. Very nice. So loading the next stage. So I guess we'll go over the schedule while the runners finish up our race number 2 of OkunoKA Madness here. Don't forget that there are many speed gaming channels, not just Speed Gaming 2. If there's a Speed Gaming 2, then there's a Speed Gaming, right? There's also 3, 4. Lots of packed schedule today. We got some Hollow Knight, some... Oh, I see MP Rando Weekly, and that's Metroid Prime, but for some reason my brain, seeing MP, first thought Mario Paint. But I guess they could have it make a Mario Paint rando. That would be pretty cool. I mean, they make randomizers of everything from Legend of Zelda to the Goonies too, right? So, man, what would a Mario Paint rando be like? All right, back to OkunoKA Madness. This, I believe, Ali, this is the last stage with the 3 boogers. Last stage right before the final boss, Oz. Hipke is probably close by. So Oz was the one causing all of the trouble on planet Ka. Or Ka's planet. Oh, here we go. Alright, some last boss sync here. And let's see what color energy ball Hipke is up to. Their timer did fall a little bit behind, so we'll see. But looks like Ali is getting hit number 2 with the yellow energy ball. Or just blocking missiles. How are we doing here? So it's red, then yellow, then blue for the last boss. Ali's switching it up and doing a blue platform strat here, and ooh, nice, nice moves for a moment. Alright, Hipke's blocking all these missiles here. Oop. Pulls it over to the yellow. The last second there. Maybe that's just a little bit of swag. And that's the final hit for Hipke. Once the screen turns white, they will stop their timer and we'll get their official time. 18:29. We'll say. Their stream is a little bit behind, as you can see. But Ellie is going to finish up here and be close to 20 minutes, which is a very solid run. It took me 4 hours just to give up on the last boss, so finishing in 20 minutes is quite good. Here we go. There's the yellow. That's hit number 2. One more for Owly. There we go. 1830. I was off by 1 second. So GG to Hipkey for winning race number 2. They'll get the prize cap of $25 for this week's pair of races. Let's see if anyone wants to hop in for an interview as Allie's finishing up here. All right, while I invite the runners in for an interview, just check out the schedule. So we have lots of Link to the Past, Hollow Knight, Super Metroid Rando League, I think, is taking the week off. So that'll be back starting tomorrow, I think. But yeah, but Pac-Man World 2. That's also coming up at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, we have some Super Meat Boy going on right now as well. Any percent knockout, but it's gonna be it for the races for OkunoKA Madness this week. How are you doing today, Owly? I'm joined by one of our contestants here. I'm also good. How about that casual weekly race world record from Half Beastie again? De-rusting, right? Yeah, I wonder if, well, we had a little bit of restream issues. Hopefully he had a local recording or highlights it on his own channel if he wants to go ahead and submit that actual run for speedrun.com. Yeah, I'm wondering if Beastie's going to submit the actual weekly race stream or just redo it. Just redo it and do better. Let me make sure Hipkey got an invite. I should have automatically sent that. As long as I put his information in right, which possible I didn't. Oh, there's Hipkey.
Hello.
Hi. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
We're echoing a little bit. Do you have a headset on, or?
Yeah, I do.
Where am I hearing that then? Might want to switch to push to talk if you can. Has some audio bleeding through. Okay, that works. So yeah, Hipkey actually was the original speedrunner of OkunoKA Madness. Glad to finally have him in for a weekly race here. He also did come in at the last second and snag a $50 monthly prize in March. So congratulations, Hipkey.
Thank you.
What's changed between when you started speedrunning the game and once we started doing the promotion and getting more guys in? What do you think is the biggest thing that's changed in the speedrun over that short time?
Consistency. Less deaths, that's for sure. When I first started doing it, didn't seem to be a big kind of passion for it, so I was running it and I was just trying to get at least kind of sub 19. But watching my runs back now, there's a hell of a lot of deaths, and then when you watch like Half Beastie, there's so much more consistency, and I just had to improve on that and take more, maybe safer routes that were more, as I say, more consistent and guaranteed to kind of work on the first try.
Nice. So yeah, you go for the safer routes now, and then once someone puts together a deathless run, that's when you start incorporating tougher and tougher strats. Is there a pretty much like optimal path for each stage at this point, or do you think there's still a lot of room for improvement for individual levels and which route to take, which platforms to jump on, and that sort of thing. What do you think? There's still a lot more room for improvement just in overall how we think about how we approach each level.
Yeah, I think the route is generally there. You can do a few glitch hops with the ice and platforms if you've seen any of my YouTube videos how I've demonstrated those, but I mean that is a very high risk, high reward. If you wanted to go for that on a deathless, clean, very clean run, you would get sub 17 very easy, but it's very tricky to do. But as Beastie demonstrated a few weeks ago in March, I think he found the pepper shortcuts to skip a few of his animations and running across the whole screen. So you never know, there are little shortcuts probably yet to be found to just nip it and tuck it ever so slightly.
Yeah, even games as old as Super Metroid, Super Mario Brothers. Well, Super Mario Brothers actually kind of hit a milestone this month, but you know, there's always you know, never say never in speedrunning, right? So really cool. I'm just trying to encourage our viewers at home, if they want to pick up a free game and compete for cash prizes, they can also get some input on really how the speedrun is played, because there isn't a whole lot that's completely set in stone yet. I mean, and this is also the kind of game where you can personalize it and tailor your run to fit your own play style, you know, going for fast strats versus consistent strats. So it seems really this game seems really conductive toward, you know, speedrunning and playing the game and speedrunning the game even the way you want. Anybody have any particular comments on today's runs, or anything that they really need to grind out for next week? Any specific thoughts, Ali?
Oh, way too many. That's way too many. Plus, dying to custom pros is probably one of the worst things.
I mean, yeah, that's
the casual fight overall otherwise.
yeah. Well, even the best runners are gonna make mistakes in unexpected ways. So
Yeah, I think just I mean this is the first race I've partaken in, so the kind of the involuntary pressure that I had just to kind of want to make sure
you know,
I kept
and that's
up, and it's just, I don't know, it's just strange. There's no pressure really just to do it. I'm just sat here. There's no one really watching me. Or
I
anything,
know,
so,
that's
but it's so
absolutely
bizarre.
true. That's something that until you actually participate in a tournament or a relay race or something of this, you know, of this. I don't know, I'm losing words here, but basically there's more pressure on the runners than you might realize as a viewer until you actually go and perform in front of an audience. Like I felt the same way being in Super Metroid tournaments. I was like, oh yeah, I can beat this game. I can do 100%. I can beat it in like an hour and 40 minutes, or like, but then it's like, it's just like, I remember my very first Super Metroid race. I just was like, I was shooting super missiles everywhere, hitting every wall, and I was at a point where I actually had to farm a super missile, and I had no idea where to go to farm a super missile, because I was like, I always have super missiles here. It's kind of like, the pressure really gets to you. And even like weekly races, relay races, marathons, like everything is its own style of pressure too. So like, even doing tournaments for so long, you know, then you join a relay race and you're on a team with other people, and that's a different kind of pressure, and you get surprised like anytime you do something new, you know. So very glad to have you, Hipkey. Thank you very much once again for joining us this week. Does anybody have any parting words before I sign us off?
I just thank you for actually letting me partake. For a change,
absolutely.
it's just a tricky time for me to try and get in. So I appreciate you know, putting up with me saying, "Oh, I could join this week," and then not being able to.
Yeah,
So
we're trying to
apologies
accommodate
about that.
several time zones here, I think.
But just congratulations to Beastie. That is a beastie time, I tell you now. And well, grats to Owly. Good runs.
Thanks, Hipsky. Hope to see you next week again. It's fun to have like I like being pressured quite a bit, so it's enjoyable when other good runners show up. I think.
Yeah, always keeping each other sharp with competition, friendly competition. So awesome. All right, I guess that is going to do it for us for OkunoKA Madness. I have been Cross Product, and we will see you guys all next week on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for 2 more weekly races. And we're going to try to fill out that 4-player race layout and have a good show for you next week. Thank you all so much for watching, and you all have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day.